My name is Luis Rodriguez, and I'm really honored to help the Olga Bautista campaign. And really what interests me more than anything is the commitment to community and the community stepping out in their interests. Because I find, as you probably know, there's not a lot of people representing the working class, not a lot of people representing the immigrant community. There's not a lot of people who care about the poor. And so I really thought it was really powerful to see the kind of support you're getting, the connections you have with these communities, that you're bringing them out because people are getting tired of not being represented. No matter who it is, Republicans, of course, they don't represent them, but Democrats, you think they would, and they don't. They make deals, they're tied in with big money. Who's bringing in that voice? And so I think this campaign is really that kind of campaign. It's grassroots, down and dirty, but in a good way. It's like you're right there with the community, and the community is hungry to be heard. So I want to thank you for having a campaign, and I'm glad that I could be of any help here.
No, thank you, Louis, really, because this is something that we have been trying really hard to do, to be able to have a voice that really represents the needs of this community, that it's an immigrant community, and we are so honored that you're here with us. We passed your book around in high school, always running. I was at Bowen for about a year, and I remember getting the book, and from page one, just being grabbed, because it was a story about a family very similar to mine. And in my house, inside my house, it was Mexico, and outside of my house was the United States. And being the firstborn of a Mexican-American family, it was difficult to navigate two cultures in one day, So reading your book made me feel like my life was real, and it validated it, and it was a mirror. And so to have you here and to be supporting this campaign, it just means the world to me. And I'm so excited that you're excited about this campaign, because this community really needs more support for the youth here, and the work that you've done with restorative justice, helping youth who are maybe on the fence, they don't know if they should join a gang or what they're going to do to be able to survive on the streets of Chicago, and for you to be able to be here to talk to youth and to go to schools and tour, and the same feeling that I had as a youth, I know that it's being replicated 100-fold, 1,000-fold by all the people that you've touched all throughout this country. So I'm very honored that you're here with us, and that we can join forces moving forward, especially here in South Chicago, where joining a gang is free. There's no charge. But to be
the options don't exist. There's no really
exactly
things for kids to do. Algo que hacer.
Right.
If you don't give young people decent, healthy options, the gangs are the best way to go.
Right.
And you're right, you join a gang for free because they're out there. But I'm not anti-gang. I'm just pro-youth, pro-community, pro-family, pro-justice, pro-peace, because I think those are the things that help gangs not exist. Because gangs don't exist when there's real empowerment. People really feel that they belong.
And opportunity for youth, to join a sport or anything else that can match, the thrill of being in a gang is hard, and it costs a lot of money to be in hockey, to be in baseball. It's hundreds of dollars, and if you're a family that has 3, 4, 5 kids, it's an impossible thing to do. So that's why I think that if we don't give our youth here in South Chicago opportunities, then we really can't expect them to change, the situation here for themselves and for the future youth.
And I also feel that you're not going to go the direction of a lot of people. They just want to build more prisons, bring in more police, arrest away out of the problem. As we know, that doesn't work. You cannot do that. Young people shouldn't be treated as criminals, and they've criminalized this community, as you know.
Absolutely.
I have affinity with the steel mills that were here because I was a steel worker, so I have that connection. But I also know that when these mills close, they abandon the community. And this is why the problems got really bad. People, the foreclosures you're talking about, people losing all their jobs, the kids not having anything to do. It's like a perfect situation for failure that government has to take responsibility for, that industry has to take responsibility for. But the only ones that can change it, as you always point out, is people themselves. They have to have the power. They're the only ones that can make it good.
Absolutely, and I think last night we had our first fundraiser. You came, you spoke, you read your poetry, and we talked a lot about this untapped power in this community. You know, we can use our vote, we can use our voice, we're already in schools, we could join our LSCs, we can work through the churches, wherever we are already at, you know, is an opportunity for us to talk about these issues and to be able to have a united front and to be able to own that power. Because we are powerful and we're afraid of that power because the other side is very organized and powerful as well. So we're and very well financed, exactly. You know, this campaign is a grassroots campaign. The volunteers that have been coming through here have been all unpaid. More than 50 people have signed up and have come through here and been weekend warriors for my campaign to get onto the ballot. So I am convinced that this is a very special moment in time for our community, and people are starting to see that this power actually is real, and now the next step is how are we going to impose our will and be able to change things and bring the community the opportunities that are going to get us out of this mess. Yeah. We're going to do it ourselves.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, Luis, for coming and for getting involved with the campaign. I know that this is just the beginning.
Yeah, and let me just add one thing. I think this has got national ramifications. I think this is the 10th ward of Chicago, but I see whole country looking at where are people, poor people, working class people, immigrant communities, going to flex their muscle. When are they going to get empowered? This is a good example of what anybody can do across the country. Absolutely. So I'd like to see this as, it's the 10th ward, we've got to win the 10th ward, but it's going to be like a beacon of light for so many people everywhere.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for that.